Hello everybody, how are you all? I hope you all are doing well. We are continuing with the chapter Animal Kingdom. Let's continue from where we left. So in the previous video we learned about the superclass Pisces, wherein we learned about classes chondric thighs and ostic thighs. Now in today's video we will be looking at the superclass Tetrapoda, and the first class under superclass Tetrapoda is Amphibia. So let's just begin. As the name indicates, amphi means dual, bios means life. So amphibians can live in aquatic as well as terrestrial habitats. Most of them have two pair of limbs. Body is divisible to head and trunk. The tail may be present in some. The amphibian skin is moist, which means it does not have scales. The eye has eyelids, it does have eyelids. A tympanum, which represents the ear, alimentary canal, urinary and reproductive tract open into a common chamber called cloaca. Now, in these sort of chapters, the distinguishing factors, they become really important because questions are mostly asked based upon distinguishing factors. Now, cloaca is a distinguishing factor. Having eyelids is again, tympanum is again, head and trunk is again. So we have to focus upon these. Respiration is by gills, lungs and through skin. Heart is 3-chambered, which means 2 auricle and 1 ventricle. Yeah, they are cold-blooded animals. Again, poikilotherms. Sexes are separate, fertilization is external, they are oviparous and development is indirect. Okay, let's look at the examples. First example is Bufo, which is toad. Then we have Rana. Here is Rana, which is frog. Then we have Hyla, which is tree frog. And we have Salamander, as you can see. Then we have Ichthyopus, which is limbless amphibia. Okay, let's look at the next class that we have with us, which is class Reptilia. The class name refers to creeping or crawling mode of locomotion. Okay, Latin repr or reptum means to crawl or creep. They are mostly terrestrial animals and their body is covered by dry cornified skin. Okay, epidermal scales and scutes. Now scales were not present in amphibia, but here it is. So again, distinguishing factor. They do not have external ear opening. Tympanum represent ear. So again, common factor. Limb, when present, are in 2 pairs. Heart is usually 3-chambered, but 4-chambered in crocodile. Again, crocodiles are exceptions. Reptiles are poikilotherms, snakes, lizards. They shed their scales as skin casts. Sexes are separate, fertilization is internal, they are oviparous and development is direct. Okay, let's look at the example. Clay lawn, which is a turtle. Here it is, clay lawn. Then we have testudo, which is tortoise. Then we have chameleon, which is tree lizard. Then we have calotes, which is garden lizard. Then we have crocodilus, which is crocodile. Then we have alligator, which is alligator itself. Then we have hemidectus, which is a wall lizard. Then we have poisonous snake, which is naja, cobra. Then we have Bengaris, which is crate, again a snake, and vipera, which is viper, again a snake. Okay, here as we look at it, this is chameleon, again a reptile. Crocodile, again a reptile, but it does not have 3-chambered heart, rather it has 4-chambered heart. Exception. This is Kelone, which is what? Kelone is what? A turtle. Then we have Naja, which is again cobra. Let's look at the next class, which is class Aves. The characteristic feature of aves, which is birds, are presence of feathers. Most of them can fly except for a few flightless birds like ostrich. Penguins, they do not fly. They possess beak. The forelimbs are modified into wings. The hind limbs generally have scales and modified for walking, swimming, clasping. The three branches. So you do not think that aves are not tetrapoda. They are. It's only that the forelimbs are wings and the hind limbs are used for walking and all. Skin is dry without glands except for oil glands at the base of the tail. Again, distinguishing factor. Endoskeleton is fully ossified, which is bony. Distinguishing factor. The long bones are hollow and it has air cavities, therefore it's called pneumatic. Distinguishing factor again. The digestive tract of bird has additional chambers like crop and gizzard. Distinguishing factor. Heart is four chambered like humans also have four chambers, right? So this is again a distinguishing factor. Now again is distinguishing factor. It is warm blooded, which is homeothermous, which means they are able to maintain their body temperature, constant body temperature. When we talk about respiration is by lungs. The air sac is connected to the lung to supplement the respiration. Sexes are separate, fertilization is internal, and they are oviparous, they lay eggs, and their development is direct. Examples are corvus means crow, columba means pigeon, pistacula, this is pistacula, which is parrot, then Sruthio, which is what? Sruthio is ostrich, this is Sruthio. Then we have pavo, which is peacock, this is pavo. Then we have Aptenodytus, which is penguin, which cannot fly. Then we have nephron, which is vulture, this is vulture, which is neophron, not nephron. Okay, alright, now we are left with class Mammalia. Let's do one thing in the next video. Let's take up class Mammalia and this table, and lastly the summary, right? So let's keep the video till here itself, and in the next video we'll study class Mammalia. Alright then, have a good day. Good luck.